Going on, guys? Back at you with another quick presentation. Um, this is going to be, I'm going to make a part two, elaborating more on what I was talking about yesterday, um, what my grandfather told me about lust. I'm going to elaborate more so on that topic. I felt that was a good topic that I was talking about yesterday, what my grandfather told me about lust, but I want to say, thank you for supporting the content. Thank you for subscribing. I never realized how much of a influence I have on people, and I never really realized how valuable people thought the things that I said was. And we're at 8,000 subscribers. I want to say thanks for all the support, all the love. Um, we at 8,000 subscribers. The sky's the limit from here. If you want to donate, the information will be in the description of this presentation. But I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this quick presentation. My grandfather, when I was a kid, I used to tell him about the things that, the preacher would preach about in church, right? And he would always tell me that lust is normal. And lust is normal. I used to feel guilty about stuff that I should have never been feeling guilty about. But see, when you're raised in the church, especially in the African American community, a lot of us are raised in church. A lot of us are indoctrinated with religion. A lot of us are brainwashed with religion. And that's our culture. It is what it is. But I used to feel guilty about stuff that I should have never felt guilty about. Watching X videos, watching Pornhub, watching YouPorn, watching, adult content, that's nothing to feel guilty about. I'm sure all men watch, pornography. I'm sure all men indulge in that. Even married men indulge in that. But see, when you have a very spiritual and religious upbringing, it'll just have you just being a scared little punk, scared about everything. Scared that the devil gonna get you for every little thing. And I'm glad that my grandfather, he was never the kind of man that was deep into religion. He was never the kind of man that even went to church like that. And this is why you gotta have some people around you that's rooted in reality, because being indoctrinated with this religion, being beat over the head with the Bible, it can really be bad for your health. And there were a lot of things in my life that I should have never been feeling guilty about, never been feeling worried about. There are certain things that are just natural for a man. Lust is normal for a man. And that's what I had to understand. The preacher in church used to preach about lust and how it's so bad and how it's a sin. It's normal to lust. And I'm so glad that I had a grandfather. I was about 7 or 8 years old at the time. I'm glad I had a grandfather that was rooted in reality enough to tell me the truth, that it's normal for a man to lust. See, one thing I had to understand about life is, and this is why if I was a parent, I would not raise my kids religious how I was raised, because religion, it just messes your mind totally. It just messes your mind up totally. And it brainwashes you. And I feel like in a way it gaslights you into believing things that are not true. But you know what? Society has gaslit a lot of people into believing things that are not true. Society has brainwashed people to believe that, if you're a good person, if you believe in the Most High, if you do the right thing, that all these blessings will be added onto you. But, there are people in the world who live a notorious, infamous kind of lifestyle, and they get everything they want. So when you have evil, wicked people in this world who live a reckless, demonic kind of lifestyle, but they get all the money, they get all the fat booty women, they get all the finer things in life. When you have wicked people who are wicked and evil, who get everything that they want in life, they get everything they want. They get everything they want out of life, right? They wicked and evil, but they succeed in this thing called life. That just go to show you that we have been gaslit in this world. A lot of us have been lied to about what really matters in life and what really gets you ahead in life. The only things that get you ahead in life is looking good, having fame, and having lots of money. Those are the only three things that really matter in life. But see, religion, like I was saying, that gaslights people into believing lies. It brainwashes people into believing things that are not true. And and that's why I say, if I was a parent, I would not raise my kids to be religious, because religion. Hello. Yeah. Cause see, religion is one of those things that is very detrimental. What being raised religious is it's just not a good thing, because that right there is gaslighting you to believe things that are not true. And being gaslit to believe lies and things that are not true, that's one of the worst things that can happen to you. And I feel sorry for anybody who's been gaslit, to believe things that are not true. That's one of the worst things that can happen to you, being gaslit. That's what happened to me. I was gaslit into believing lies and things that wasn't true, because in this world, and that's why I'm glad I had a grandfather that was honest with me about this thing called lust, because see, that religion, boy, that stuff will turn you into a punk. And it'll have you just believing a lot of stuff that's not even true. It'll have you feeling guilty about something that's normal, like lust. Lust is normal. But the preacher always said that it was a sin. The preacher always said that lust was bad. That's why I'm saying, that's why I say religion is detrimental to you, because feeling guilty about things that are normal that's ridiculous, but that's what religion does to you. It makes you a punk, it makes you a chump, I mean, it have you believe, and society has made people punks and chumps, because society has lied to people about a lot of things. It's not even just religion. This world has lied to people about things. And people just have bought into it because people are sheep. And they don't take the time to discern or decipher or try to read in between the lines when it comes to things. There just comes a point where you have to use your own judgment, and just ask yourself, what makes sense to you? I mean, if it don't make sense to you, just, lean into your own understanding. If it don't make sense to you, don't buy into it. And that's why I'm glad I had my grandfather to tell me about lust, because that's one of the most normal things ever. But see, I used to feel so guilty when I was going to church, because the preacher telling you that, if you look at a woman in a sexual way, you're going to burn. The devil going to get you. You see how detrimental that is? You see how wicked and twisted that is? To gaslight a person into believing something that is normal is sin. That is not right. But that's why I'm saying, salute to my grandfather. At least he was honest with me as a kid about that, because throughout my life, especially as a kid, I was worried about stuff that I should have never been worried about. Even into my teen years, even in my adult life. That's why I say being indoctrinated with that church and stuff is bad for your health. That's why I'm glad my grandfather told me what he told me when I was a kid. But you guys let me know your thoughts on this. Lust is normal. But I'm going to just go ahead and conclude this presentation. You guys have a good evening.